Here, just giving a quick look of the River Country Products 65-liter backpack. I was pretty impressed with the weight spec. For $60-some on Amazon, it was as light as a lot of the high-end ones. Some of the reviews said it was deceptive, that it wasn't 65 liters, and I think that's pretty right. The thing is tiny. Seems to be pretty well built though. It's got adjustable suspension here. Don't see anything that's coming loose. The lumbar pad is adjustable. It is nice and lightweight. The way I have it packed right now is about 17 pounds. A hammock, bug screen, some water, some cook gear. I don't have any sleeping mat or pad or extra warm layers. Still just trying to shake this out. These pockets on the front are a little too small to be useful. It is just a pretty small pack for the claimed 65 liters. But let's see how it does. Here I am out for a walk again. 55 degrees and breezy. Looks like spring is here. But then you'll ask, why am I on snowshoes? There's still a ton of snow in the woods here. And it's packed and it's icy in some places, and I don't like to fall down. That's why I have these small snowshoes, just basically for traction. Growing up, some years we would still have snow in the shade of the pine trees as late as June. It's like a whole different world 7 miles away down in town. Well, it's a little bit more of a creek now than it normally is with all the runoff. When I was growing up, this creek was a lot more substantial. Now it's just a trickle, except when we have a storm or during the snow melt. This bit's kind of sketchy. Makes me glad I've got these on. I just got the Grand Trunk Tech hammock. This thing is super lightweight. I'm hanging it in the... Got my whole cook kit in this little mesh bag, or today's version of it anyway. It's the Camp pot with the heat exchanger, like the jet boils have. And I'm just gonna have some coffee and some oatmeal for breakfast. Today I'm using the MSR Pocket Rocket. It's just amazing how small this is. Can you believe that's a stove? We'll get it unfolded and put together. This was take 2. The first time I had this set up, the windscreen, the stove, and everything blew over before I could get the pot put on it. It was just wildly windy. Well, I've made myself a dry place to sit at least. Not bad. There are worse places I could be. I forgot the bowl I was going to bring, so my oatmeal out of the pot. I got it a little bit runny. Guess I'll have to pay attention to amounts more. These collapsible cups are pretty cool. They fold up flat and weigh very little, but I don't know if I'd recommend it for hot drinks. It's already lukewarm, and it's a very mild day today. It just doesn't have any insulating value. Some thoughts about the Grand Trunk Tech hammock. One, the material, it just scares me how thin it was. I couldn't believe it would even support my weight. It's rated at 500 pounds. It did just fine. Some of the other hammocks that were a material that felt more like rayon, I guess it's a polyester, I would be more convinced that they would hold the weight, but this did fine. It stretches a lot more than you would think. I had to have the straps way up here to have the amount of slack they tell you, and still like not hit the ground. This is a weird position because I'm up on a rock. Actually, if it wasn't wet, I could, lay something down right on this rock. But that's just something you have to be aware of. It's going to stretch and droop quite a bit. These are the Eno XL straps, Atlas XL. I don't know why I got these instead of the Grand Trunk ones, but I think the Grand Trunk ones are pretty much the same. These were rated at 400 pounds. But the scary thing is it says 200 pounds each. Well, I guess, I weigh almost 300, but I guess you're never supported by just one strap, so it's fine. This was a fun experiment. I can't wait to use this hammock some more. I have to say, so far I'm pleased with this pack. Of course, I have a big broad chest. Every sternum strap on every pack has been too tight. And this waist strap, actually, I could just barely get it closed when I first tried it. But it's fairly comfortable. No pinch points. Seems to be carrying the load on my hips pretty well. Not bad for a cheap pack, except how small it seems to